Hi, and welcome to BremSter Puzzles, a channel where I try and showcase the fun that could be had in the world of variant Sudoku. And today I'm doing that with a puzzle called Shy Friends by Scojo. And this is a dynamic fog puzzle that has been recommended to me twice. So I'm very keen to have a look at this one. I don't really have anything to call out other than, as I mentioned in yesterday's video, I'm getting a lot of requests to do puzzles by full deck and missing a few cards. And I think it's people who've signed up to their weekly newsletter. If you go over to, I think it's missingdeck.net, then you can sign up and get all of their puzzles, which they publish on that website, emailed to you once a week. People have been solving those and going, oh, I struggled a little with this one. Maybe BremSter can do a solve video. So I'm getting a lot of requests for those. But if you do want to either submit a puzzle that you've created, recommend a puzzle that you've solved, or request a puzzle, then my submission guidelines are below. And the more of those you can follow, the better. But if you want to send a puzzle through, that is good. The big thing, of course, is if you get a puzzle from somewhere like Logic Masters Germany, please reach out to the setter using a hidden message and ask for permission if it's someone that you don't think you've seen on the channel before, or someone I haven't solved many puzzles of, because I probably need permission to do the puzzle. I don't like doing puzzles without permission because consent matters. Anyway, I do have permission from Scojo to do puzzles, I checked. So let's have a look at Shy Friends by Scojo. So what do we have? We have normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Dynamic fog. So the grid is partially covered in fog. So all of this grey stuff. Now this grey stuff is hiding what might be below the fog. We don't know what is below the fog. Placing a correct digit may or may not reveal other cells in the grid. So for example, if I was to place this digit here, it may reveal those 3 cells. I don't know. But when you place a digit, other cells may or may not be revealed. So as we place digits, fog will get lifted, and as fog gets lifted, we will have more clues revealed, which will allow us to move further through the puzzle. So friendly givens. Any cell, now friendly cells I like, but any cell where its digit matches its row, column, or box number is a given digit. Okay, so any cell, so for example, if this was either a 1, if this was a 1, then that would mean that it would match its row, because this is row 1. If it was a 7, that would match its column number. And if it was a 3, it would match its box number, because you count, because rows are counted top down, columns are counted left to right, and boxes are counted in sort of normal reading order. 1, 2, for English, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. So this is box 3, row 1, column 7. So if this was a 1, a 3, or a 7, it would be considered a given digit. Any unfogged cell that does not contain a given digit may not have a digit equal to its row, column. So given digits are normally digits that are already provided. Any cell where its digit matches its row, column, or box number is a given digit. So that's defining, we're calling any cell that is friendly a given digit. Any unfogged cell that does not contain a given digit may not have a digit equal to its row, column, or box number. Hang on, so this, I'm confused. Because it's saying any cell where a digit matches its row, column, or box number is a given digit. And then it's saying any unfogged cell that does not contain a given digit may not have a digit equal to its row, column, or box number. But it's just defined a given digit. I'm sorry, this is confusing to me. Any cell where its digit matches its row, column, or box number is a given digit. As a statement, if I was to put a 3, a 1, a 3, or a 7 here, or if I was, let's use this one. If I, let's use this one. If I was to put a 1, a 2, or a 6 here, that would be classified as a given digit by that statement. Any unfogged cell, okay, so let's use this one, which would be 2, 2, or 6. If I was to put a 2 or a 6 there, any cell where its digit matches its row, column, or box number is a given digit. Now, normally a given digit is a predefined one, like the black digits we have. Any unfogged cell that does not contain a given digit may not have its... I'm thinking what this is saying. I think these cells, I think these contradict, but what it's saying is any unfogged cell that does not contain a given digit. I think the second part is what's important. I think the first one... I don't understand why those two sentences are there. Any cell where its digit matches its row, column, or box number is a given digit. That's a statement. I don't understand. But what I think it's trying to say, and I'm not clear about this, is this could not be a 1, a 3, or a 7, is what I think that's trying to say. And then it's sum lines. Box borders divide blue lines into segments with equal sums. Different lines may have different sums. So the sum of this digit is the same as the sum of those 3 digits, which is the same as the sum of those 2 digits. But this friendly givens rule, I'm very confused. But I'm going to give it a try and see if I can figure it out. Okay, so I've restarted the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. Sorry, these rules are incredibly confusing. Okay, any cell where... I've gone over this over and over, and I imagine there's going to be a lot of comments about the rules on this one. I'm going to be very, very curious to see whether people have the same problem I do. So what we can do is use sum lines to say the minimum this could be, it'd be 1, 2, 3, except it can't be. But we'll get to that in a moment. So, right, minimum this could be, it'd be 1, 2, 3 in a normal situation. So this would have to be 6, 7, 8, or 9. But I can't put a 2 in this. Because if I was to put, well, first of all, I can't put a 7 here because this is column 7. So there's no 7 here. But I can't put a 2 here because if I was to put a 2 here, then this is an unfogged cell. And it does not contain a given digit. Any unfogged cell that does not contain a given digit may not have a digit equal to its row, column, or box number. So I can't put a 2 in here because this is row 2. So without a 2 here, the minimum here is 1, 3, 4. And 1, 3, 4 sums to 8. So there's no 6 here either. But what's the problem with that? There must be a 1 in it because I can't make this 2, 3, 4. So if I don't make a 1 and I can't use a 2, if I don't use a 1, it'd be 3, 4, 5. And 3, 4, 5 is 12. And I can't make this a 12. So there is a 1 in here. Now there's no 2 in here. So if this is 8, it's 1, 3, 4. And if it's 9 without a 2, it's 1, 3, 5. Because I can't do, if I don't use a 3, it'd be 1, 4, 5, and that's 10. So there is a 3 in here as well. So 1 and 3 are both in here. Now this can't be a 4 and this can't be a 5. Do I get anything else from that? Well, there's no 1 in here because I can't put 1 in box 1. And this has to sum to 8 or 9. And if it's 8, it can't be 1, 7. If it was 2, 6, it would have to be 2, 6, because I can't put 2 here because this is row 2. Oh, I can't do 2, 6 because this is column 2. So 3, 5. Well, this couldn't be the 3. So this would be 5 and this would be 3. Sorry, this would be 3. So if it was 8, this would be 5, this would be 3, and this would be 1, 3, 4. Okay, if it's 9, I couldn't use 1, 8. I couldn't use 2, 7 because this is row 2. If it was 3, 6, it'd have to be 3 and 6. And if it was 4, 5, this would be 1, 3, 5. So this would be the 4 and this would be the 5. This can't be a 3. This is a 5. Because, let's go back through that. This can't be 3, 5 because this is column, right. If this has to be a 9 because if this was 8, I can't use 1, 7. I can't use 2, 6 because this is row 2 and column 2. I can't use 3, 5 because this is column 3 and this is row 3. So this can't, and 4, 4 doesn't work. This is a 9. And therefore, I can look at this being a 9. First of all, this is 1, 3, 5. This is absolutely 1, 3, 5. I don't know how I'm going to resolve this. But now this, it can't be 1, 8. It can't be 2, 7. It can't be 3, 6. This is 4, 5. And we know that's the 4 and that's the 5. Bingo. And that revealed this line. These are all the same digit because this is a single digit sum. This is a single digit sum. This is a single digit sum. So those are all the same digit. Now they're not 1. They could be 2. They can't be 3. They can't be 4 because this is row 4. They can't be 5. They can't be 6. They can't be 7. They could be 8. So they're 2. They can't be 2 because this is box 2. These are all 8. That's a nice little deduction. So I think it's just an unfogged cell that does not contain a given digit may not have its digit equal to its row, column, or box. I think that's the rule. The first part of it, any cell where its digit matches its row, column, or box is a given digit. That definition kind of confuses the second part. So the minimum of these would be 1, 2, 3, 4, summing to 10. And I think that's doable. Well, 8 can't go in those or those or those. So 8 is in one of those two, which puts 8 down here, but 8 can't go here because this is row 8. So 8 is in one of those two. Hang on a minute. Any unfogged cell that does not contain a given digit. So I can't put 2 in, so I need to unfog a cell before I could put a 2 in this box. So now I can put a 2 in this box. This is very strange. This might be able to be an 8. Oh, I can't do Sudoku. Because this... I can't do Sudoku in the fog. Like, I can't say that these can't be 8. Because these may be able to be 8 if the fog here clears before I get to that. I don't like this. Okay, 9 is in one of those two. That's pure Sudoku. 5 is in one of those two. That's pure Sudoku. Like, I've got 5 here and 5 here. So 5 is in one of those two. But I can't turn around and say 8 can't be up here. Because, 8 can't be in those two cells. Because if the fog here clears from something I do down here, then 8 could be in there the same way 2 is in one of those. Ooh. I don't think I like this as a concept. Okay, so what can we do here? We know there's no 5 in here. But that leaves lots of possibilities. I really don't know what to do here. The fact that, because as you can see, I can only put a 2 in here now because the fog is cleared. But if I could figure out a deduction here, I can't do Sudoku on 8s. Like, I can see 8 is not in any of those. So 8 is up here, but I can't say 8 can't be here because something I do elsewhere in the grid may clear that fog. So for example, I can't say 1 can't be here. The only place I could use the restriction is on cells that have been unfogged. So for example, 5 is not in any of those. So there's no 5 on this. But, and the maximum this could sum to is 13, with these being 6, 7 because of the 8 down here. And I can't put a 7 on this. So the maximum this could be is 5, 6. Right, there we go. The maximum this could be is 5, 6 because I can't put 7, 8 or 9 on there because this is unfogged. So these have a maximum of 11. And if they're 10, they're 1, 2, 3, 4. And if they're 11, they're 1, 2, 3, 5. And I can't put a 5 in here. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. That's a cool trick. And these sum to 10. But there's no 4 in here because this is column 4. So the 4 is down here. And these sum to 10. Well, they're not 1, 9, 2, 8. They're not 3, 7 because I can't put a 7 down here. This is 4, 6. Actually, I quite like that. That's not bad. But now these sum to 10. Now, if I don't use a 1, the minimum they could be is 2, 3, 4, but I couldn't use that which sums to 9. So I'd have to increase one of those digits by 1. And the only way of increasing one of those digits by 1 without causing a duplicate is to increase the 4 to a 5. But I can't put a 5 in here because this is row 5 and these are unfogged cells. So there is a 1 in here with 2 digits that sum to 9. Well, I can't do 1, 1, 8. 1, 2, 7 could work. 1, 3, 6 could work. 1, 4, 5 doesn't work. So it's either 1, 2, 7 or 1, 3, 6. Now, this can't be the 1 because this is column 1. This can't be a 2 and this can't be a 3. But now I've got a virtual 1, 2, 3 in here. Because if this is 1, 2, 7, that's a 3. And if this is 1, 3, 6, this is a 2. So I can't put 2 or 3 over in any of those. But I'm not sure how to use that. This is box 4 and row 5. How do I take this further? How do I take this further? Oh, no. Any unfogged digit that does not contain a given digit may not have a digit equal to its row, column, or box number. These have been unfogged, so they can't take a 2. 2 is in one of those two. So 2 can't be here. This is 3. This is 1. This is not 1 or 3. This is a 2, 4. But that means there's no 3, 7 here because of this 3. This is very tricky. This is 1, 2, 6. The 1, 3 makes this the 5, and there's no 5 here. The logic on this is very, very strange. I'm still not sure I like it. I think the friendly givens rule is a little, not sure. How is that doing anything for me? Well, what could it be? It can't be 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. It can't be 6 because it's... it can't be 5 because it's row 5. It can't be 6. 7. Can't be 8, 9. So it's 4, and it can't be 9 because it's column 9. So this is only 4 or 7. Now, you'd want to say this can't be a 7. Because if this is a 7, I'd be adding at least 2 digits to it. No, that doesn't work. What about this digit? It can't be 1, 2, 3. It can be 4. It can't be 5. It can't be 6 because it's box 6. It could be 7. It can't be 8. This one could be 9. I mean, 5 is in one of those two now. And these could be anything because they're fogged. What am I missing? This has to have done something. These are all unfogged, so they're not restricted. Is it these? Can't put 1, 2. So let's pencil mark these. They can't be 1, they can't be 2, they can't be 3. They can be 4, they can't be 5, they can be, okay, 4, 6. Let's just pencil mark without friendly restrictions. 4, 6, 7, and 9. Because they can't be 1, they can't be 2 because they're unfogged. They can't be 3, they could be 4, can't be 5, could be 6, could be 7, can't be 8, could be 9. These ones can't be 6 because it's column 6. These ones can't be 9 because they see a 9. By Sudoku, 4 is in one of those two, so 4 is in one of those two. Because I can't put 4 here, and the 2, 4 is saying no 4 here. 2 is up here. One is down here somewhere, but are we looking for naked singles somewhere? But this is fogged, so it could take anything. Well, it could be 2, can't be 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is only 2 or 7 by Sudoku. There's no 4 in here. So this is only from 5, 7, or 9 because the 2, 4 here. Because 1, 2, 3, 4. These are from, so 6 is in one of those two. So these are 5, 6, 7, and 9. So this is 6, 7, or 9. I don't see it. Why was this revealed? I mean, it restricted it from being a 6. But it restricted or a 9 or a 5. This was listed as a 1-star puzzle, by the way. Okay, so 9 is in one of these two. Eight is down here. As I said, I can't do Sudoku on 8s because these are still fogged. None of these are column 2, row 2, or box 2 or 4. Same down here. 4 and 6 are all over here. So there's no restriction on this. 4 and 7 is not restricted here. 1 and 3 is not restricted here. So there's no friendly restriction on any of this that I can see. Well, 6 in this column is down here. It's got to be that cell. But this is a sum line that could run in and be either a single cell here or like do something like that. Like I've got no information about that. So the line itself is useless. I know it goes into that cell and that cell, but it could pick up any digits. And everything that I've got unfogged has been friendly restricted. So it's got to be a Sudoku trick. This is a 10 line. Hang on, that's the wrong sum. I removed the wrong thing from there. I may have put the wrong thing into there. So, yeah, 2 in this box has to go in here, which takes 2 out of here, putting 2 into here. This becomes 3, this becomes 1, and there's no 1 or 3 down here. This is 2, 4. I got this wrong. These have to sum to 10, and I need 2 more digits to sum to 9 that are not 1, 8. It could be 1, 2, 7. It can't be 3, so yeah, 3, 6, or 4, 5. This is 1, 2, 7. There's no 1 here, there's no 2 here. So those are 1, 2, 7. So 7 is in one of those two. Now, does this change anything now that I've got the correct digits in? The 1, 3 makes this the 5. And now this is actually more restricted. Right, this is going to give me this digit because these digits are not 1, 2, 3. They're 4, 5, 6, 9. Can't put 5 in either of those because it's row 5. Can't put 6 in either of those because it's box 6. And I can't put a 9 here because that's column 9. That is a 4. That's where I went wrong. So this is a 9, and these are not 4 or 9. That's where I went wrong. I got this math wrong. Happy to call it. Still, not, there's something about this that's just rubbing me the wrong way. These are 7 and 9. So this, well, the minimum here is 1, 2, 4. So this is 7, 8, or 9. And it can't be a 9 because this is column 9, box 9. And it can't be a 7. This is an 8 because this is row 7 and this is unfogged. So these have to sum to 4. So these are 1 and 3. And the 1 here makes this the 3 and this the 1. Okay, I'm clicking onto this now that this math is not wrong. People would have been yelling at the screen for a long time. That's fine. This is a single digit that sums to those. So this is 6, 7, 8, or 9. Now, it's not a 7 because this can't be 1, 2, 4 because of that. It can't be 6 because this can't be 1, 2, 3 because this is column 3. So there must be a 1 in here because if there's no 1 in here, the minimum it could be without, because I can't use a 3, would be 2, 4, 5, which is 11. So there is a 1 in here, meaning that's not the 1, that's the 1. Now, there is a 1 in here. If it's 8, it'd be 1, 2, 5. Because, well, actually, what happens if I don't use a 2? If I don't use a 2, it'd be 1 with no 2, no 3, no 4. It'd be 1, 5, 6. There must be a 2 in here. So this is the 7, this is the 2. Now, it's either to get to 8, it's 1, 2, 5, which is 8, or it's 1, 2, 6 to get to 9. I'm not sure which, but now... Okay. I'm sorry, Scojo. I'm not saying it's a bad puzzle. I'm saying it's not connecting with me. I think the friendly givens rule possibly needs some rules work in the wording. I think there's going to be comments about the rules wording. Maybe people will just try and be contrary to what I'm saying and not pick on it, which awesome. But this puzzle isn't gelling for me. And not every puzzle can be for everyone. I love the concept, but there's something about it that's just, So what can this be? It can't be 1. It can be 2. Can't be 3. Can't be 4. This is column 4. It can't be 5. It could be 6. It could be 7. It can't be 8. And it can't be 9, because if this is a 9, because we're adding at least this digit to it, because the line continues into this cell, then this would have to be higher than 9. So it's 2, 6, or 7. By Sudoku, there's a 3 in one of those two. By Sudoku, there's a 1 in one of those two. 2 here, 2 here. There's a 2 in one of those two. Two in one of those two. 5 is anywhere. 6 is in one of those two. I'm not sure about 7. Okay. It's got to be this, doesn't it? But this line could, like if this is a 7, this would have to be 1 or 2, which it could be. If this is 6, could I go 6, 1, 2 down here somehow? Maybe. And if this is 2, I've got lots of options. This can't be a 7 because this is row 7. And it's box 8, but it's row 7. And there's a 2 looking down here. This is a 6. Okay, all of those given digits are friendly, but I still think the ruling is confusing. This is row 1, column 1, box 1. This is column 2. This is row 3. This is column 4. This is box 2. Column 7, column 8, box 3, row 2. Row 4, column, box, and row 5, column 6, box 6, row 7, row 8, box 8, column, row, and box 9. Okay, so that's given me a lot of information to go off. This 6 makes this the 4 and this the 6. There's no 1 here, there's no 2 here. This is the 5 by Sudoku. Where it had to give me all of those givens because I think we're going to hit a problem now. If it didn't, then other things would be a problem. That wording at the beginning, yeah, Anyway, this is a 6. I could potentially go 6. This has to be 1, 2, or 3 to keep this down. Okay. There's no 6 here. 9. Because if this was higher than 3, this had sum to more than 10. So what have we got in here? 6 takes 6 out of there. These are 2, 5, and 7. There's no 2 there. There's no 7 in either of those. So this is the 5, this is the 2, this is the 7. Meaning that's the 9 and that's the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 go into those, and the 5 makes that the 6 and that the 5. These are 3, 8, and 9. There's no 8 there. Don't see anything more there. This is a pair, 6 and 9, and the 6 makes that the 9 and that the 6. That looks down making that the 3. These are 7 and 8, and the 7 is looking up making that the 8 and that the 7. The 8 looks down making that the 9, which makes that the 8. This still allows this to be a 3 on its own, or potentially leading into a 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is a 9, which makes that a 9 by Sudoku. The 5, however, takes 5 out of those. Yeah, this has to be 1, 2, 6 because of this being a 9. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the 4 takes 4 out of those. That's the 4. This is 3, 5. 4 and 4. This can't be a 4 because then the sum would be total. So where's the 4 in this row? It's not in any of those. It's not in either of those. That's the 4, making that the 2 and that the 4. You can kind of see that this line continues, but I don't like using little clues like that. I think that is bad form, so I'm not going to use that unless it's absolutely forced to. So what's this triple? Because that's going to give me that. And in fact, that's just the 9. Because I know these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 6 and 7. And the 6 looks up making that the 7 and that the 6. These are 1, 4, 6. The 1 and the 4 makes that the 6. And the 4 makes that the 1 and that the 4. Now this column is going to give me this. 1, 2, this is a 3. This column, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is a 5. This triple is 1, 2, and 7. The 7 comes out of there. The 5 looks back, making that the 3, making that the 5, taking the 3 out of there. This is a 1, 2, making that the 7, taking the 7 out of there. 6 and 6 means this is the 6. So this is the 1, 2. This is a 1, 2 pair. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So these are 3 and 5. The 5 makes this the 3 and this the 5. So these are 1, 2, and 7. And the 7 comes out of there, making that the 7. These are a 1, 2 pair. The line continuing is irrelevant, I think. The 3 looks up, making that the 1, that the 3, looking down, making that the 2, that the 1, that the 2, that the 1, that the 2, that the 1. And that is the solution to the puzzle. Now, I understand where Scojo was trying to go with the rules. And I understand, I've encountered this. I've deliberately put puzzles out with rules that were wrong in the puzzle. And testers have come back and gone, great puzzle. Because testers will read the rules, go, I think I know what that means, and just solve. Or they will ask for clarification maybe, but never actually provide feedback on how to improve it. They test the logic of the puzzle. Very few testers pay attention to the rules themselves. I think those rules are confusing. I'm going to be very interesting to see what chat says. I think the logic in the puzzle is really good, and I'd like to see it explored more. I love friendly puzzles. We don't see friendly very often. And I may not have mentioned it, but the concept of friendly cells is a friendly cell is a cell where the digit placed in that cell is equal to either the row number, the column number, or the box number. I love friendly puzzles. We don't see them often enough. So I was really excited to see a friendly fog puzzle. Something about this with the negative constraint with things being revealed, and then the concept of, hang on, something is going to have to change here. Yeah, very clever. I like the concept. I think it needs exploration. Maybe just tweaking of the rules would have made it work. Yeah, possibly, an unfogged cell that does not contain a given digit may not have a digit equal to its row, column, or box number. given digits will be revealed or something to allow it. Yeah. I honestly think that may have done it. An unfogged cell that does not contain a given digit may not have a digit equal to its row, column, or box number. I think that would have been enough. I'm not sure. Very, very cool. Didn't gel for me, but that doesn't mean it won't gel for many of you, and therefore the puzzle deserves to be seen. Just because I didn't gel with a puzzle and I didn't particularly like this one, I'd love to see more by this. Scojo, do more. See if you can make one that I do like. I'd love to see it. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you do enjoy this one. And as always, good luck with your solving.